In this video, I'll be talking about the make a promise YouTube ad element and showing examples of how this has been used in YouTube ads. I promise. My name is Kyle Sullerud. I am the founder and CEO of AdLeg, a marketing company that specializes in YouTube ads. And my team and I have identified 12 elements that go into actually making YouTube ads, and specifically YouTube ads for information products, for webinars, books, stuff like that. Now, you don't need to and usually shouldn't put all 12 of these elements in your ads, but these are the building blocks. Today, I'll be talking about the make a promise element, and I'll be showing you examples from real YouTube ads where advertisers have used this element. The advertisers I'm going to show you today aren't necessarily advertisers I support or endorse. I'm just using these ads as examples. Make a promise is typically a promise that the viewer is going to learn something or discover some type of information. It's usually not a promise that they will achieve some sort of specific result. That type of promise could get you in trouble with YouTube or with the FTC. So I don't recommend promising a specific result or a specific outcome. When this element is used, it's usually a promise of what can be learned in a book, a training, a course, or whatever is being offered. Sometimes it's simply a promise of what the viewer can learn if they continue to watch the ad. So with all of that in mind, let's take a look at some examples of the make a promise element. This first example is one where the advertiser is promising something that the viewer will discover in the ad itself.
However, I promise you, as you continue to stick with me all the way up until the end of this video, everything is going to come together for you, and you're probably going to be pretty shocked at how real and simple this all is.
So he's making a promise there. This is a longer ad, almost 11 minutes. There's basically a mini webinar inside the ad where the beginning of the ad sets up the training he's going to be doing. The last part of the ad is actually the training before he gets to the offer. So here, a few minutes in, he's making a promise that everything he set up during the intro is going to become clear to the viewer if they continue to watch the rest of the ad. Let's take a look at another example of an advertiser who makes a promise.
Real stuff too. This is real estate. It's always going to be there. And this is the greatest small business that has ever existed. And it's something that you absolutely can do.
So in that ad, he's basically promising that real estate investing is something that you absolutely can do. He's not making a specific promise there. He's not saying you can invest in real estate and make X amount of dollars in X amount of time, but he is saying that you can do it. He's promising that it's so simple, you can actually do it. That's the promise he is making. Let's take a look at another make a promise example.
The F formula shows you a simple framework that'll make flirting feel like second nature, including some word-for-word examples to help you get the hang of it and get started. This is the fastest way I know of to create the gut-level attraction and sexual tension that we women find irresistible.
There, she's promising to teach you a specific formula, a framework, the F formula, she calls it. And just by clicking on her ad and taking action, you will discover this framework for yourself. That's the promise she just made. Let's take a look at another example.
Let's say, for example, you're driving down the road, you see an apartment building for sale, and you go online, you download the information, and from that information, you need to calculate the cash flow, the cash and cash return, and the cap rate. 3 very basic things to do. How do you do that? Go to page 70. I break it down for you, ABC 1, 2, 3. Anyone can do this.
So he's promising that you're going to learn about those things he just mentioned, but he's making that a very concrete promise by actually giving you the page number of the book that he's offering in the ad. Let's take a look at another example of the make a promise element.
The book is less than 10 pages. This isn't some 600-page manual that'll take you a year to implement. You could be reading this in the next 5 minutes. And I promise it's going to be the most powerful book that you'll ever read. on the subject of how average people are becoming millionaires in the new economy.
He actually promised something there. He used the word promise, but he wasn't promising that you're going to become a millionaire. He was just making a promise about how powerful the information is and how easy it will be for you to consume it because it comes in a simple 10-page book. That's it for today's examples. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button now. I promise you will become a millionaire as soon as you hit that button. It's guaranteed. Click subscribe, go look at your bank account, you'll see $1 million there. And if you've been enjoying this series and you've started to put some ads together, now you need somebody to run those ads, and that's exactly what my company does. So if you're interested in that service, be sure to reach out to us. There will be a link in the description of this video. Thanks for watching today. Again, my name is Kyle Sullerud, and I'll see you in the next video.